Final tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder 114, your Memphis Grizzlies 100. What is up, everybody? Welcome into the double post. Bennett Doyle in for John Roser tonight as he is on Memphis Hustle duty. Shout out to the Hustle. Started the season 2-0. We'll talk about that a little later on in the show. Tonight, joined by the great Devin Walker as well as Jessica Vincent. She'll be up here in just a moment. Yeah, we're going to get some thoughts on the game here in just a second. If you want to get involved in the show tonight, we're, of course, live on YouTube at Grind City Media and live on your radio, 92.9 FM ESPN. You want to get in a phone call, the number to call is 901-445-0929. Again, 901-445-0929. And you can also join the show chat going to the Grind City Media YouTube page. But like we said, Thunder win this one tonight. It was a great first half for the Memphis Grizzlies, but second half, not so much. Devin Walker, your thoughts on tonight's game?
I like what I saw in that first half. The first half of the game, it was a beautiful basketball, bro. And if you just you hit 17 threes against the defending champs, you would think you would win the basketball game. But sometimes, bro, it doesn't go the way you want it to go. They apply pressure in the second half when it was time to apply pressure. The MVP did what the MVP did. Canadian Genuine, what I call him. He got on that pony tonight and really kind of saddled up and did what he needed to do and got the job done. But, bro, that first half, though, that's what I'm really going to focus on, B. Doyle. That first half, bottle that up, bro. Put that in this Powerade bottle right here. Take it on the road and do what you got to do. Because you showed that you have the capacity to do it. I know people are mad like, oh, no, well, bro, the Thunder are the best team in the NBA. They walked you down. That's what they do. So put that in the bottle. AJ Mitchell's good. SGA is good. Chet Holmgren can hoop. Bro, they got dudes that can hoop. So just put that in the bottle, what you did in the first half, and see if you can do that going forward.
Yeah, it's 14 straight wins for the Thunder over the Grizzlies if you're including that playoff series from this past season. So it's been a minute since the Grizz have beaten the Thunder, but they are the defending champs for a reason. Again, you want to get involved in the show tonight, number to call 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. You can also hop in the show chat on the YouTube page at the grindcitymedia.com YouTube page. We're going to get to our first caller, our favorite caller. Let's go to Miss Betty.
My headphones.
Hello, everyone. How you doing this evening?
Hey, Miss Betty.
You doing great?
Yes, ma'am. What did you think about tonight's game?
Well, I guess Devin pointed out the first two quarters we played almost perfect basketball. Everything was falling for us. But in the second half, it didn't fall for us. I don't know. We turned loose the reins a lot, but we still had a chance to come back. We got close, but the ball just wasn't falling for us. It looked like we were rushing the basket. We were losing sight of the man. So it is what it is. I did like what I saw in the first two quarters. They really gelled, and I think they're trying to work. They're working through those rotations, and they're beginning to look even better. I'm very much impressed with Cam, as I said last call. He's very impressive both on the offensive and the defensive side. So I don't have any whole lot of negatives to say. The balls did fall. We kind of let loose the rein a little bit. I don't know. This is NBA basketball. You can have a 30-point lead and still lose the game. So I don't know. I think going forward, I think that they're getting better. They're getting better. Still early in the season, so, hey, I'm optimistic. So thanks. Have a good evening, and I'll see y'all next game.
Thank you, Miss Betty. And I was pump faked there in the open. If you want to get a call in, 901-445-0929. It says Lane. I think it meant Lang. So we have Lang on the line. Lang, what you got?
If I have to be second to anyone, I would only be Miss Betty.
That's right. She's an OG. That's right.
That's fine. Yeah, she's the GOAT. I totally agree with what she said. Like the first half, the Grizzlies really dictated everything in that first half, particularly tempo. There was 17 assists on the first 17 field goals. Like they were whipping the ball around and getting up and down the court. Seemed like the Thunder couldn't make a shot. They were 3 for 15 on threes to begin. And the Grizzlies, I really liked how aggressive we were on the boards. Like we were like not afraid to foul, to get to the ball, knocking the guys around. We had a 15-10 rebound lead after that first quarter. And really the first half was kind of, I think, sort of the to borrow Coach Isolo's words, the platonic ideal of what you're looking for the Grizzlies. But then the third quarter, like, the Thunder became the Thunder. You knew it was coming at some point in the game. They were going to start slowing it down, locking you into the half court. SGA was going to become SGFTA, getting to the line over and over. At one point, he had more free throw attempts than the whole Grizzlies team did. The Thunder ended up with 26 free throws to Memphis's 18. But when the Thunder are playing like that, like the way that they are to win the title, the same style of ball, like there's not a lot you can do. I think. I mean, we saw last season every team in the league struggle when they're playing that way, and the Grizzlies are no exception. But to Devin's point, like, I get there's no moral victories in the NBA, but I think there's a lesson you can learn there from the way you played in the first half. If you're the Grizzlies, you look at that first half and you're like, look, this is what we watched. This is the part we study and try to replicate now as we go on the road. I like that lineup he had out there. It was Ja with Cedric, Jitty, Cam, and Jock. So I guess Cedric was playing the 4, but they were really sharing the ball and moving and everything. And on a night where, like, your two best players, Ja and Jaren, combined to go 9 for 34 from the field, to be in a game against the champs, like that's pretty good all around. I'm okay with the effort. I would have taken a win, but if the effort's all we're going to get out of this one, that's all I'll take. Let me ask you guys, I'll leave with this. We're going on this road trip. We got 4 games coming up here against some good teams. Like what would you consider this road trip to be successful at? Like 2-2, 3-1?
Split ski.
Up to you.
If I take a split ski, I'll take a split ski. All right, bro.
Quick snap.
Because San Antonio's probably they've shown they're one of the best teams in the league. Cleveland's always one of the best teams in the East. Boston's so yeah, give me a split ski, bro.
I'll take a split as well. Appreciate it, Lang.
Thanks, Lang.
Like to his point, John Jaren, 14 points in the second half combined. That's just not going to get it done against the Thunder. The Grizzlies, like, they started the game 5-4. It was 5 straight points from Jaren, and you kind of felt like at the beginning of that game, this might be a big Jaren night.
Then what happened? What happened, Bennett? What happened?
What
happened when you 5 straight? Then what happened?
We
got to the 8-minute mark. No, what happened?
He was subbed to the 8-minute mark. The Grizzlies were up 13-11.
I'll never understand it. I will never understand it. If I'm hot, let me be hot.
Grizzlies 2025. Let me be hot.
Let me be hot, Bennett.
That's fair.
If I have 5 straight points, let me be hot. Don't sit me on the bench.
No, that's fair.
Okay.
The Grizzlies, they did. They were 38% from 3 tonight. 30. What do I got it right here? They were
38% from the field, 38% from 3.
38% from 3 tonight. Thunder. I mean, that's what. Frankly, that's what got them that huge first half lead. And then what was it at halftime? Was it a 10-point game? It was an 11-point game at halftime, and you just kind of felt like that was not enough, right?
Yeah, it's such an interesting thing with this team this year because, like we've said, you get it in spurts, right? And like Coach Isolo before the game put it in a way of like, what do you get from losses? And I think he was asked from the phrasing of what's different about how you attack losses in FIBA versus how you're attacking losses in the NBA. But a part of his answer was overseas in Europe, they kind of live by this motto of if you're not winning, you're learning. And I know that can be like a little cliche coach speak, make people roll their eyes.
Everybody gets a medal.
Yeah, but I do think there's a lot of truth in that because what we're learning about this team is, right, it works when they're getting stops. It works when you're facing either a team like the Mavs who are just in struggle city or a team like the Thunder who in the first half of this game missed their shots. And so when they're getting these defensive stops and getting out in transition and getting into early offense, you see the vision and you see the ball moving and people movement, ball movement are leading to shots in rhythm, good shots, passing up good shots for better shots. And that's where you had those first 17 buckets coming on assists. But then the second the Thunder start making shots and you're having to get the ball out of the basket and giving the Thunder defense the opportunity, one of the best defense in the NBA this season, the chance to set up in their half-court defense, that's where this, for now, still falls apart. So you've made steps forward where you're seeing the vision. Now the next step is figuring out how to get it in the half-court.
Yeah, I got to keep shaking the 8 ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep shaking the 8 ball, JB. And I think I noticed this too. Like, I mean, Stead played his ass off in that first half, by the way. Like he's had an amazing rookie kind of campaign already, but that first half of him grabbing rebounds, knocking down trays, getting loose balls, I'm like, okay, that's the rookie of the year. I don't care what anybody says. But in the second half, he had some moments where he looked like a rookie, and he was like, okay, that's the good and the bad, right? But like that.
Oh, this stretch from Cedric Coward had people saying the most appropriately ridiculous stuff.
In rhythm.
This man is going to win all the championships, and it's the rebounds he's getting too.
Yeah, he's not just scoring; he's doing everything.
Yeah,
I will say I put this in my notes. Rookie of the month. Rookie of the month for Cedric Coward. He's having a pretty big
You
month.
might be if VJ Edgecombe don't have any crazy numbers. I would have to go look, but
like Cedric, honestly, in the second half, I thought it was so interesting because for the first time we saw him really try to force it.
Yeah, he did. Because I think for him, I think he knows like if I don't force this ball, I'm not gonna get it. Because I think he hit 2 threes in a row in that second. This is where we say feed the hot hand, right? That's my motto.
I know
for the
exactly
night.
what
Feed
you're
the
about
hot
to say.
hand. He hits 2 trays in a row, right? Bennett Doyle, Jessica.
Yes.
They don't even look at him for the next 3 possessions. I'm like, bro, he's hit 2 in a row. We all play basketball. When somebody's got the hot, you force feed him. So I feel like he took it upon himself. Like, all right, bro, if y'all not gonna swing, then I'm gonna swing drive myself. And that's why he looked like. There's some times he looked like a rookie. He was forcing ones on someone on the baseline. But Sid Coward, bro, dog. I don't care anybody. That is a dog. Dog Sid Coward. He played his ass off tonight.
901-445-0929 if you want to get in a call, talk about tonight's game. We'll go to Jason.
Hello, everybody. Shout out Dev. It's actually your boy Chrome Prodigy in the chat. Catch me in the chat. Anyway,
Jason.
I want to say I liked what I saw. I love getting my hope up and, it getting tore down a lot. But I like what I saw in the first half. I want to say I love how quick that Ced gets to his jump shot and looks set in it almost every time he shoots the ball. Obviously, the second half went the way the second half did. If I had to ask a question, though, and I know it's because we're down a few people, being Scottie Pippen and Ty Jerome, but as much as I love Vince Williams Jr., as he should, is in my daily vocabulary, I feel like it's kind of a slowdown to the pace we have going with him being kind of that primary ball handler when you don't have a John Morant or a Cam Spencer running that offense. I don't know if that's just me. Like I said, I love my boy Vince, but that's all I got. Dev, shout out. Jess, your fit's going crazy tonight. Bennett, love the beard. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it, Jason.
It's 40 degrees and I put on the fur coat.
No, bro, no. Jess got the fur coat on because she's officially almost Instagram model status. If y'all know that.
Shut up.
Y'all don't know that. Look, bro, y'all tap into Jessica's Twitter right now, bro. She is, she's getting there, bro. Instagram model status. So look, it's only right for Jess to pop out in the fur for the next night, bro. Because y'all look up in about 2 months, bro. Jess finna be a real GQ model. So yeah, shout out to
Let's
Jess.
go.
Super.
Shout out to you, Jess.
901-445-0929 if you want to talk about tonight's game. We'll go to, is it Taz or Taz?
It's Taz.
Taz, my bad.
You tried, Bennett.
0 for 2,
My bad. I mean,
you good, man.
my fault.
My question is, in the second half, what happened to the ball movement? It just seemed like it went away, and it looked like this game we just threw the game away. It honestly just looked like we threw the game away and looked like we were a tanking team that wasn't trying to win. We settled for jumpers. KCP, I don't know what he was doing. It was one fast break play he had. He just shot a contested 3 instead of just passing it, making a play. The whole ball movement, it just went away, and it looked amazing. We had a 20-point lead, and it just went away, man. We lost by 14. That should tell you enough. What happened to the ball movement? And my thing is, with Jaren, right, when is he going to come up with counterattacks in his postgame? Because it seems like in his postgame, they know what he's going to do. They know what he's going to do. When is Jaren going to show more athleticism? Because Jaren definitely has the athleticism to, get in the paint and just do some Giannis-type plays. He has that size and the athleticism to do that. Why won't he dive deeper into his bag and start doing things like that? And they I don't know, man. It's just like we threw the game away. And it was just unacceptable, man. It honestly was, man. I don't even know what to say about that. That's all I had to say.
I think
appreciate the call,
too,
Taz.
in that third quarter too, Taz. I think the Thunder went to a zone, and it always confuses the hell out of me when NBA players see zone. They've never seen it before. But the Thunder went to a zone. I think that kind of like started the offense a little bit because that ball was not moving as much in that third quarter. Then when they cracked down, they started kind of get momentum on the offensive end, and then that's when things kind of like snowballed. But I think that zone was one of the biggest issues in that third quarter. The Grizzlies looked like they never seen a zone defense before. And you couldn't get the ball movement. Like you said, Jessica mentioned that they started making buckets, and you're walking the ball up the court facing the zone, and that's not what you want to see. So that's probably one of the reasons why. On the Jaren thing, it's interesting too because I think all season Jaren's been defended in a certain way where he'll get the ball on that left block, and I think he's preparing for that double team now. And I think tonight the Grizzlies hit enough trays, whether it's Sid, whether it's Cam, whether it's anybody else, where he was able to play one-on-one. He was shocked to play one-on-one. And I think it's too, like, he got to figure out, bro, be aggressive. When you're aggressive, you're so much better, and the Grizzlies are so much better when you're just being aggressive.
I wanted him to go at Hartenstein so bad.
He did it in the first quarter. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm getting.
And then when Hartenstein has 5 fouls late in the game, like, there was an opportunity, and he just passed out of it. And I was like, that's where you just want the aggression to take over.
For sure. And I agree with what he said about just the ball movement stopped in the second half. It was beautiful in the first half, and it just stopped in the second half. I did think that the Grizzlies matched their physicality. Like, there was the Santi and one, and I mean, you felt like that they were going blow for blow with the Thunder. Like, they were.
Sure,
it's just the ball movement wasn't there for the Grizzlies.
I know people want to bring up the Ja thing, and I like, and the people that watch the game. I want this for people that actually watch the game. Ja's getting to his spots. Like when you think about where does Ja Morant's comfort zone? Where is it? Is it between the 8 to 10 range, the floaty, the mid range? Only time he forces it when he makes 1 3, then he forces it to try to figure out how to make more threes. But I think he's getting to that mid range. He wants to get to the flotation device, bro. He wants to get to it. He just wasn't knocking it down. That's why you ended up being 3 for 18.
And you saw him early. He tried to lay a massive dunk.
Yeah, and that's what you knew he was. Just so you know he was feeling good when he jumped from the damn free throw line and dunk on Chet Holmgren.
I do wonder if he's going through it.
I was gonna say,
and I have to clarify because people are weird and take things out of context. I mean his back.
Yeah,
like,
he was grabbing at his lower back. He was grabbing at his lower back the entire game. I think, and you saw he noticeably had a bit of a limp when he got taken out in that, maybe it was late in the third quarter. And he obviously came back and finished the game tonight, but maybe something to just keep an eye on with Ja. 901-445-0929. You want to get in a call, 901-445-0929. We'll go to Rodney. What's up, Rodney? Rodney, going once.
Hey, I'm sorry, I hit a little dead cell phone area there back to Jonesboro. Can you hear me now?
It's all right. Yep, we got you.
Shout out Jonesboro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
We got you, Rodney.
Can you hear me, guys?
All right, I think we're gonna have to get back to Rodney. Have him call back, West. A little standoff there.
Shout out to Jonesboro.
901-445-0929 if you want to get in a call. Also, hit us up on the Grind City Media YouTube page. I think again, there was another. I think the big moment in that fourth quarter that just was the turning point was there was the flagrant one closeout. Jaren shooting the 3. He only hits 1 of 3 free throws, and then there's a turnover right after that. And it was just like they get the ball back, turnover, Thunder score, and he felt like, dang, that was the moment to really get back in that game.
And it was like a second chance opportunity for the Thunder on that possession, and then it was 5 again. And you just kept thinking, like, it felt as if the Thunder were in that 5 to 9 range.
Yeah.
But if they took that step and made it into the 10 to 12 range, it was going to be too much for this team. And that's where we go back to that offense. It is so hard to come back in games. Bright spot, when they've had the lead early against the Mavs, it allowed for things got a little dicey there in the late third quarter, fourth quarter against Dallas. But they just had such a big lead from that first half to hold on to. And then tonight, you're just playing a better team in the Thunder, and they're just going to keep chipping and chipping away. And that's where the Grizzlies just aren't in a spot right now where if they find themselves down late, because what has their offense always been down late in a game?
Call 12.
Call 12. Get a bucket job.
And I think that's too another thing too is like just watching the offense. There's a couple sets they run where they kind of get to like they run the Iverson screen when Ja comes off the edge or Jalen Wills comes off the edge. But I think they got to add more. I know Rosen mentioned a remix version of the offense from last year, but like you got to find different. We speak about counters, right? Have different counters when teams like Oklahoma City sit down. They sit down their defense.
Yeah.
You got to have something to go to that can get you a bucket. And sometimes it is like a stand around Let's watch the jaw dribble. Oh, wait, no, he can't hit the midi. Oh, let's run back together, guys.
Yeah. And to your point, JB, they got it to an 8-point game, and then the MVP just said, "Okay, my turn." And
Canadian genuine is one of the ones.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, but that dude can hoop, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he hit a step. he hit 2 back-to-back step-back threes. He drove to the basket for an and one to make it 107-96. That was it.
It reminded me of what Cade Cunningham did in this building last. Like the best player on the court for the night made best player on the court like plays. And for Shea, it's an MVP like situation.
That dude I know I make fun of him last year, but that dude is cold, man.
Yeah. You want to get in a phone call? The number is 901-445-0929. We got David.
How's it going, Bennett?
What's up, man?
Not much. I actually think there was a lot of positives we could take out of this one. It's just, I think the struggle is still Jar and Jaron having, as Benno always says, being out there and having 3 other guys who are solid players and all, but they just don't present much of a threat to the other team. And I just think with this road trip coming up, I think it's time to switch it up. Either bring Sed in or Santi in, someone that's more of a threat, even Cam. But do you think that would be a thing they'd do soon to switch it up, or are they just going to keep going as is?
I mean, I think that they're going to stick with what worked for them in that first half, right? I think because it's hard to take anything big from a loss to the defending champions, especially when you're coming off a win. I would just wonder if they think that maybe they've got a little something to build off of from this game,
or at least until you add Edey to that situation, right? Mm-hmm. If it looks buns with Edey, then I think we'll see a little mix and match, and hopefully, God willing, sometime on this road trip, we'll see Edey's debut.
Yeah, so did you hear that question to Isla?
Oh, no, what did he say?
Because he was asked if Edey was going to make the road trip because the hustle have gotten started.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out John Roser.
2-0 hustle.
2-0 hustle.
Shout out. Hustle.
Shout out to the hustle.
So he framed it in a way of, do you expect Edey to be on this trip? Which is a smart framing of a question.
Yeah, shout out to the media.
And Isla did say that he is scheduled to be on this trip. Because the alternative would be if he was back, could he have played a game with the hustle? I don't know what their schedule is.
I got you. Give me a second.
How close is he to returning?
That's I mean, at this point, I think what it really comes down to with Edey being ready to return is just if he can keep up with that pace. There's no reason to bring him back before he is in not game shape, but 2025 Grizzlies pace game shape.
I mean, I still go back to the fact that they didn't sign Bassie to another 10-day just because he was a guy that was giving you rebounding, and so it led me to believe that Edey's got to be close.
Yeah, I think Edey, I think to answer your question, I think you throw Edey in that group, and then if it doesn't work out to that, then you'll maybe see like a remix of the starting lineup or a little touch up in the starting lineup.
Yep. 901-445-0929. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll appreciate it, David. We'll come back. We'll talk about the upcoming road trip, and we'll hear some locker room audio, I believe, from Ja Morant. Again, you want to get in a call, 901-445-0929, or hit us up in the chat on the Grind City Media YouTube page. You are listening to the Double Post on Grind City Media and on 92.9 ESPN. Back in a second.
An ice cold Coca-Cola is perfect, but a free Coca-Cola from Sonic with endless flavors and add-ins like cherry, jalapeno, or lime, perfect just got perfecter. Whether you're into cherry vanilla with sweet cream, strawberry jalapeno, or green apple and bourbon caramel, Sonic has the perfect Coca-Cola for you. Create a Coke your way, any size, any flavor, free for a limited time, only in the Sonic app. Live free, eat Sonic.
Limited time offer, see app for details.
If you want to live free, yeah.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
Picture it. Your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter, And we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't let pests invade your home this season. Give them the full court press by calling Cook's Pest Control. The experts at Cook's deliver a full lineup of pest control, from termites to mosquitoes, all year long. Trust the South's most trusted name in pest control for over 90 years to protect your home court. Make the winning play and call Cook's today.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Memphis Grizzlies in person. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Memphis Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Grizzlies. See you courtside, Memphis.
Yo, Grizz Nation, you know who keeps the Mid-South flowing? It's American Marsh Pumps, a Velo brand right here in Collierville, Tennessee. As a provider of products, systems, and solutions, Velo and American Marsh keep homes, businesses, and communities running strong. They're not just powering water, they're powering the future. Velo continues pioneering for you. To learn more, visit American-Marsh.com. That's American-Marsh.com.
Something's always happening over at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, and I've got him on the line, Marty McNate. Hey, Marty, what's happening over there at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown?
Deals you can't pass up, Randy, like 2025 Taos S, $219 a month.
Taos S, $219 a month. What else you got, McNate?
What about a 2025 Jetta S? We Gossett $228 a month.
$228 a month for Jetta S? That is awesome. And that Atlas deal you were telling me about?
Randy, I've got a 2026 Atlas SE, $299 a month.
I'm picking up what you're putting down over there. Hey, McNate, tell them what to do.
Come see me, Marty McNate, at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at GossettVWG.com. And remember, your future is what you make it.
That's Gossett Volkswagen Germantown.
All 36-month lease, 7,500 miles, 25 cents excess mileage. Taos SNO 58885, MSRP 27011. Get a TM 005137, MSRP 25820. Atlas TC 515398, MSRP 41841. Includes all rebates and incentives. 895 PF. Excludes fast title license. Include credit CD. Complete details must finance through Volkswagen Financial Services. Valid through 10/31/25.
Welcome back to the Double Post. Bennett Doyle in for John Roser, hosting duties tonight. Got Devin Walker and Jessica Benson here with me as well. We are live on the Grind City Media YouTube page, also on our flagship station, 92.9 FM ESPN. You want to get in a call, 901-445-0929 is the number, or join us in the Grind City Media chat on the YouTube page. We got a big road trip coming up. Like you said, 4-game road trip. We all agreed that 2-2 would be acceptable. I think I would take 2-2. Yeah. So it's against all good opponents, right?
I know you really have to do the one game at a time situation, but this upcoming slate of 10 are tough.
Yeah.
You're facing all good teams.
It's a rough
you get
November.
the Kings at home on November 20th, and the Mavs again in Dallas. So that's nice.
Yeah, I believe Eric said something like 6 home games between now and maybe close to the end of December. It's
we started
or
so
mid-December.
home heavy, and now
it's about to cool off
so we're about to hit the road quite a bit. Again, 901-445-0929. You want to get in a call? Let's go to Rodney. I believe we got Rodney back.
Hey, sorry about that. I was on the way to drive back to Jonesboro, and I hit a little dead cell area there, but I think I got you now back. But I kind of agree with you guys. When Oklahoma City made that it wasn't a huge run at the end of the half to cut it to 11 and had such a poor shooting half, you almost felt like the first 5 to 6 minutes were going to determine the outcome, and they came out on fire, and it put them in a tough spot. But looking down the road, I mean, I know the number one playoff time, the number one factor with any great team is obviously health, but assuming this team is healthy, who can beat this team? I mean, their depth is unreal. And now you're throwing a guy like A.J. Mitchell. They just keep finding these guys and developing them. And I don't know how anybody can stop this team if they're relatively healtly.
Yeah, you mentioned
Appreciate it, Rodney.
You mentioned the A.J. Mitchell thing. He is a second-year player. I think he's making $3 million a year. $3 million a year. $3 million a year and averaging 17, 4, and 4. So, and he's actually like a productive player. So it's crazy, bro. Like, they're making him in the lab at this point, bro.
Man, I put that in my notes. Like, it's a stupid note, but they don't play any bad players. Like, it is just like the whole roster's good.
I'm not giving you all that.
Like, they didn't.
Who do they play that's bad?
What's that joker that walked out there with that generic jersey? Who was his name? Hold on, I'm gonna find his name real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna give you.
You're gonna say the white guy, huh?
Yeah,
dude. He had a couple plays.
What's his name? Brooke Barnhizer. I'm cooking him, bro.
No, hang on, hold up.
Every single Grizzlies player went and talked to Barnhizer after the game.
Let me find out Barnhizer.
Brooks Barnhizer was a minus 12 tonight. Okay, so point taken on that.
Wait,
but the thing that's so wild about the Thunder is that Topic is on the bench because he's undergoing cancer treatment.
Yes.
And then Sorber was their pick from the first round this year, tore his ACL, so he's missing this whole season. So you just feel like they have project after project to reload on. It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's not
used
fair.
to be, y'all. But by the way, I'm gonna take back my Brooks Barnhizer slander because he has the same birthday as me. So
Okay,
that's my guy right
Shout out, great name too.
Shout out Barnhizer.
901-445-0929. Let's go to Dominic from Illinois.
Hi. So I'm in Illinois. Yeah, I'm in Illinois. I'm a Grizzlies fan. I'm a senior in high school. I more just kind of have a comment than a question. I've been watching this team, for pretty much all my life, just stuck with them. But my comment more is just on Ja Morant and how he's playing right now. We saw tonight he shot 3 for 18. Past 5 games, he shot 27%. He hasn't been, the Ja Morant. That's what I keep seeing on social media is that Ja Morant just hasn't been the guy that we've seen in the past. And I personally don't think, with Islow's offense, how he runs it, he's not going to be the guy where you see he's going to be averaging 27 points per game in a season, popping off for 40, in the playoffs, how Jenkins had him running it. I think how we need to run, I think we have a lot of guys on this team that can score and that can be threats. And personally, that first half, we saw everyone scoring, and we saw against the Mavericks, they had 5, 6 guys, 10-plus points in the first half. And I think that's how they need to run it, especially when you got guys like Jerome, who's going to take pressure off Morant, and you got Edey. I don't think Ja Morant is going to be the guy anymore for the rest. This is just my opinion. For the rest of his career, I don't think he's going to be a guy that's going to average 27 points per game. Instead, he's going to be that 20 and 10 guy. But I think in the second half, and if you guys agree with me on this, there was a lot of shot chucking, in my opinion, a lot of shots that shouldn't have been shot, especially that logo 30-footer that he had. I mean, do you agree with me on this?
You appreciate the call, Dominic. He's clearly in a shooting slump. There's no doubt about that. Now,
he's an all-time shooting slump. But I will say to the point where he said he don't think Ja can be effective in this because we saw last year. I mean, I'm not saying his game is predicated on having a good screener, but a lot of great point guards, not smaller guards, have a great screener with them. And we saw when Zach Edey was setting them screens last year that Ja was downhill, getting to it. So I'm not gonna go to the ledge of he's not that guy. I want to because Ja is a decent screener. Zach Edey is a 7'5" wall, bro. And you look at his numbers last year when OC still took over, it was Ja averaging 30 points per game, 6 assists, shooting on 50% from the field. So until I see him with the big dog,
That's how I feel too.
and then the shooting slump is a shooting slump, but I want to see him with the big dog setting them screens and setting them free. Let him be free and kind of crash into that pick and roll.
Let him be free.
Let him free. Let 12 be free, man. What the Air Force One say? Let Ja be Ja.
Let Ja be Ja.
But I will say about the 3-point thing. The shooting slump is bad, and me and Jazz, I joked to her about this. He does hit one, and he does the FU threes after he makes one. I would say fix that part, but the rest of it, bro.
Stay away from the heat check.
Yeah, stay away from the heat check.
Okay.
But still, let Ja cook.
Fair enough. Speaking of Ja, Mike Wallace got us some locker room audio from Ja Morant. He talked about his shooting slump. Let's listen to that now.
Missed some shots. Pretty much got stagnant from then on, and that's the type of offense they want us to play. So.
Hey, Ja, when a new team is all these parts, does it take a little time to learn how to win as a unit?
We got 11 returners. I wouldn't consider us a new team at all.
When going back to what you said about being
I do got a question. You feel like learning how to win that, like something should change?
No. Just learning just how to win, playing together, and winning, and being able to close out games as a unit. Because every year is different.
You disagree?
What's my celebration?
Oh, yeah. How much years y'all been saying that?
7. That was the only difference. I ain't make no shots, so I made them. We would have had a different combo.
Speaking of that, John, just where do you feel like you are in trying to find that rhythm? The shots you're getting, some of them are good, some of them are your shots. But what's the difference between your good shots and just shots that the defense is forcing you to take? And how do you strike
them
that?
my shots. I'm not shooting nothing the defense want me to take at all. That's why I don't, get too frustrated because being in this arena, I'll be in the practice gym doing the same thing. Right now, it's just continue to shoot with confidence, and wait for it to translate over.
That's literally what I said at the beginning, Benny, right? Mm-hmm. He feels like he's getting to his spots. It's just the ball got to fall, bro.
Yes.
Just keep shooting the same shots. You're shooting, other than the half-court one, you're shooting John Morant shots. The mid-range, the 8 to 10 footers. This guy's got to let them fall. Also, I think Terry got confused because he covered a Tigers basketball game yesterday, and there was 15 new players. So I think he thought he was talking to a Tiger player. So I don't know what that was.
Okay.
Shout out Terry Davis, but I don't know what the hell that question was.
Terry's awesome.
Shout out TD though, man.
Okay, here's maybe
Shout
where
out
it
TD,
was
man.
somewhat forming around. At least 2 important players, 2 starters are new. Like, Ja had a pass to KCP early on in this game where I think 4 games ago, KCP doesn't catch that pass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so just the growing comfort levels there, and we've seen growing comfort with Jock as well. But yes, everybody else, and obviously Cedric's new too. So there are new pieces.
Yeah, but it's like, bro,
there's just a lot of return. I'm just trying to help.
Shout out TD, man. I know what you was getting. I know what you was getting at TD.
I know what he was working for.
Speaking of KCP, he spoke as well after the game. Let's hear from the veteran.
Yeah, it's going to be different every year because you never know who's going to be on the team, what players you're going to have, and in this aspect, what coaches. So, like, a lot of, just us, like, continue to play with each other and learn what we need to do down the stretch, figure out what rotation, what lineup works. I think that's just us learning on the go as we haven't had enough time to practice, end of the quarter games. And then just trying to close out.
What was the difference between being up 19 and then what they were able to do in the second half? What sort of got away from you guys tonight?
For us, our pace. I think the pace kind of slowed down a little bit in that second half. Like the first half, we was like getting out in transition and grinding. But I think they picked up the pressure as well and kind of slowed us down a little bit. But I think for us, just the pace we had.
Yeah, I mean, he's exactly right. Like, they're the best defensive team in the league for a reason, the Thunder. And they made the Grizzlies uncomfortable in the second half of that game. You noticed it almost instantly when the second half started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Like I said, they cranked it up a little bit because I think they noticed too. Like, if we crank it up a little bit, that they are kind of getting acclimated. But no, bro, you were getting good shots. Like I know, like JB mentioned, I hate to say more victories, bro. But you felt so good after that first half. Shots were falling, vibes were flowing, everything was happening. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what it can be. KCP's hitting shots. I know people talked about the Jalen Wells shooting slump. He knocked down 2 trays in the first half. Cedric Coward's doing stuff. Like it was flowing, bro. And I feel like that's what it can be.
Yeah.
Just make that happen for 48 opposed to happening for 24.
Considering how we went into this weekend, like unclear. Like when all of us left our shows on Friday, I mean, the confidence level was at a pretty low. The vibes were incredibly low. And to come out with a win over a Dallas team where you show that, hey, your vibes aren't as bad as this team's at this exact moment, and then to play competitive basketball against the Thunder, at least for a half, is pretty good considering where things were. I'm with you. There are no moral victories. This is a loss. This is a team that is now, 4-7?
Yep.
Yeah, 4-7.
Also, it's a team that you used to make that you thought was like your little brother.
And they've won like 9 straight against.
You lost 10 in a row ever since you beat them by 73 that time. Yes, 10 in a row.
They haven't won since Grizzlies beat them by 73.
So they have not. I actually looked it up. I'm glad you said that, JB. They have not beaten the Thunder since December. Let me look it up. Make sure I get the number right. Since December 7th, 2022. They have not beaten the Thunder, the
14
OKC
straight.
Thunder since December 7th, 2022. I'm going to give you the starting lineup for that game. Give me a second. I had it up earlier, but I just closed the tab.
Wow.
The Grizzlies won that game 123 to 102.
Can I want to guess the starting lineup.
All right, give it.
All right, Ja. Okay, hang on. Ja, Dez, Dylan.
No Dez. Dylan, no.
No Dez.
No Dez.
Zaire.
Ja.
Zaire came off the bench and had 4 points, 6 rebounds,
Okay.
though. 3 assists.
Okay, who was backing up
That's what
Dez?
I'm
Like,
So you had Ja.
What is this, 2022?
2022. You had Ja, DB.
No Tyus at that point.
Tyus came off the bench, played
Tyus off
22
the
minutes,
bench.
3 points, 5 assists.
Okay, Ja, DB, Jaren, Steve-O, and...
You're missing one. You're missing one. You're missing one. Chat, can you get the one? Can you get the one, chat? Come on, chat. He played 28 minutes, 7 points, 4 rebounds, a plus 11 in the box score. Who was that guy? The fifth starter in that group that beat the Thunder in December 7, 2022. Let me see if the chat got it.
Yeah, check the chat.
Chat has not gotten it.
I'm trying to think.
They have also have not guessed it.
2022.
D'Anthony Mel, nope. Kyle,
Are they still
nope.
on the team?
They are currently still on the team.
They're still on the team?
Yes.
Oh, Jitty.
Oh, there's only one answer then. It has to be Conchar.
Ja Morant, John Conchar,
No
Steve-O,
way.
Jaren.
7-year vet.
Dylan Brooks was the starting 5. Brandon Clark played 25 minutes off the bench. Xavier Tillman played off the bench. Zaire, David Roddy, Santi, Tyus, which are other bench players.
Okay.
Wow.
Last time the Grizzlies beat the Thunder, by the way.
Jitty was a starter.
The Thunder starting 5, though?
Yeah, who were they?
It's changed a little bit. SGA, of course. Jalen Williams. These next 3, though.
Okay.
Josh Giddey. Alex Pukashevsky.
He used to kill us.
Yeah. And last but not least, the great hyphenated Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
How about
Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
So there you
Throwback.
go. That's the starting 5 for the Thunder the last time we lost.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Let's get to these last 2 phone calls. We'll go to Troy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Up, Troy.
Hey, I didn't see the game, but I listened to it.
Question: how many guys played tonight?
Let's see.
I can tell you. Well,
they
it was a
cleared the bench at
lot
the
because they
end,
cleared
so-
the bench, so everybody technically.
So 9 guys played 15 minutes or more. My guy.
9 guys played 15 minutes or more. 9.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're going to have a problem all year long with this rotation. If you go back and listen to Isilo's interview from the last game, post-game, I think Mike Wallace asked him a question about his thoughts. Isilo ended the interview saying, well, he played at a lower level for a long time. And he said there are 15 to 18 guys on the roster for the Grizzlies. And he played at a lower level, and he thinks all 15 guys are on the team. That's the mindset of a recreation level coach, because you got 15 guys on the team, everybody's going to play. This is the NBA. It's levels to the NBA. You need to cut this roster, the rotation down to 8, 9 at the most. If you had that in mind, go back and listen to Islo made the comment. I was like, oh, that's why he thinks everybody needs to play. Because when he played at the lower level, everybody played. This is not a recreation league, guys. He needs to change his mind on that rotation. Go back and listen to the interview at the end of the game against the last game. And Mike Wallace asked him a question. And again, I know I'm repeating myself. Islo said that he played at a lower level. And we got 15 to 18 guys on this team. Everybody's on the team. Wrong mindset for an NBA coach. That's all I got.
Appreciate it, Troy.
I will say this, Troy, to your point. Someone did ask him about, I guess, the rotations in the postgame interview, and the quote was, "First half is extremely encouraging, but the other part is you have to maintain it for longer periods," which tells me, JB, I hope it tells me, I'm trying to read between the lines. Shout out to the, you know what I'm saying? I think this means guys are going to be able to play longer stints. Because you look at the Thunder, SGA, I feel like SGA almost played 40 minutes tonight. And when you say longer stints, does that mean guys will be able to play for longer bursts? posted at 4 or 5 minute bursts. Is that what that means? Am I reading between the lines or am I tweaking?
No,
What am
I think you could be onto something. I do think all of this is predicated on a team that plays faster or is supposed to play faster than its opponent every night. And the idea that if you are doing that, you cannot play as many minutes. I'm with you. I would love to just see it tried. If they gas out, they gas out, right? Like at this point, take the longer stints, and if you're tired by the end of it, then that's something that you then point at and say, this is why we're doing it the way that we are doing it. But you also look at, I don't have an issue with going into your bench. Like, what did we just talk about with the Thunder? They're next man up, and they got
a lot of good players.
They had a pretty tight 8-man rotation, and you did get Shea up into the 35-minute, and Cason Wallace was the next highest minutes with 34. But anyway, I think it's something to still be figured out. But I understand the frustration because we're just not used to seeing it, and it feels so disjointed.
Yeah, and I think I hate to say it, just make it very simple. It's a very simple point. Basketball players play basketball.
Yes.
Like, you should allow basketball players to play basketball. There should never be a situation on any planet Earth where Jaren's not in foul trouble and he only plays 29 minutes in the basketball game.
Yes.
Like, no foul trouble at all, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Plays 29 minutes. Ja played 34, but it's like, if you have a non-foul trouble Jaren, let non-foul trouble Jaren play basketball, right? So it's just, even said Kyle played 29. I want to see that, but Sonny played 30. Sonny played more minutes than Jaren did. So that's an interesting note I kind of pay attention to. But hopefully him hinting at the longer stints, hopefully that means we get our guys up to that 35-minute mark and really let them hoop.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, JB, like their entire starting lineup played 30-plus tonight. You had one guy over 30 minutes in Ja Morant. But again, you also got contributions from a lot of guys tonight. So I don't think that's what hurt them tonight.
Right. No, you actually got hurt because your starters were outscored by the Thunder starters by a significant amount.
For sure, for sure.
Let's go to the final call of the night. Adrian.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's
up, Adrian?
Yeah, I know I'm late again. I be hungry. But
what you get to eat?
The same thing.
What'd you get?
Crazy Coop.
Crazy Coop.
On Main Street?
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Crazy Coop. We love them.
They charge your arm and the leg, but it's fire though.
No, we love the Crazy Coop.
It closed at 8 tonight, so I had to rush. I actually left a little bit early, but hey, I was listening. Some of the stuff was basically. I think, man, we probably would have looked a lot better, man, if we'd have hit those shots that we missed. I mean, like Ja, of course. I mean, that shot is like automatic, and he missed it so many times tonight. That was a shocker. And I'm with everybody, in those rotations. I can't see how you can even get, in any type of rhythm, when you in and out of the game like that. I think at one point, my seat neighbor mentioned, I think I'm not, up on the plus and minus and all that stuff, but he mentioned something about how Cam was like a plus high number, and he said, why is he, on the bench, and I'm like, hey, that's the coach. I mean, I feel like this, if it's a hot hand, go off the script, you got to go off the script sometime. And I got one of my nephews in the car here. I don't know if he wants to say something before we get off. But that was my take.
Well, all I had to say is just, it was a really good game. It was back and forth all the way to the last minute until they pulled a handball around. I think 15 more. But definitely just the consistency was the only thing that Memphis lacked tonight. Nothing bad or anything, just little things they could work on, like rotation, getting everybody the ball and just, taking opportunities you have when you have the ball. I definitely seen a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of dumb shots, but, I know they're still working with the team rotation, so, I know it was still good to see him at least hold up a good fight against the champions, so just seeing that definitely shows a lot of potential in the year for the Grizzlies, so I can say that.
Appreciate the call, y'all.
We got a 2-for-1 call.
I know we did get a 2-for-1 there.
Shout out to nephew.
I couldn't hear nephew was good.
Nephew
yeah, he was making good points, but I couldn't hear it as well.
Shout out nephew getting his takeoff, man. For sure. Man. I love it.
Appreciate everybody that called in tonight. JB, we're gonna let you get out of here. You got a show to do in the morning. Be sure to watch the Jessica Vincent show with
put
CJ
that
Hurt.
mint coat on tomorrow.
That's right.
Hey,
yep.
all you
It's a rental.
people in JB's Twitter comments, please make sure you watch the Jessica Vincent show and see her live in effect at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Tomorrow morning on Grind City Media at 8 a.m. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, talk about the upcoming road trip for the Grizz, take a look around the league. You're listening to the Double Post on Grind City Media and 92.9 FM ESPN.
What's the mark of a great team? When talent, experience, and preparation all come together to make it look easy. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with convenient online banking and world-class service. Play hard, bank easy. Celebrate 25 years with Pinnacle and the Grizzlies. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit of at least $300 by November 30th. And you could get a Grizzlies jersey. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Hey Grizz Nation, ready to elevate your game day? Swing by the Crazy Coop, your ultimate destination for over 30 mouth-watering wing flavors and more. With locations at 3 South Main right in the heart of downtown and 7199 Stage Road, we serve up delicious wings, quesadillas, buffalo shrimp, and craft burgers. And don't miss our full-service bar at 3 South Main, perfect for a refreshing drink. And you can show your Grizzlies ticket for a special discount. Make the Crazy Coop part of your game day experience. Let's celebrate every win together. The Crazy Coop, where flavor meets fun.
It's flu and COVID season. Boost your immune system at the Shot Nurse with the Tri-Immune Booster, packed with vitamin C and zinc. Give your body a head start at fighting off illness. Protect yourself and loved ones. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and the flu shot is free with most insurances. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with a personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Keep your home comfy year-round with Landmark Heating and Air's membership program. For one low price, you get 2 annual tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly, priority service when you need it most, and exclusive discounts on repairs and more. Say goodbye to unexpected breakdowns and hello to peace of mind. Call Landmark Heating and Air today at 365-4260 or visit landmarkheatingandair.com to join. Your comfort's our priority. Landmark Heating and Air, the comfort company you've trusted for 55 years.
3 iconic forces, 1 unforgettable experience. New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The Black Promoters Collective presents New Edition Way Tour, starring New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The New Edition Way Tour, March 19th at FedEx Forum. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
Looking for a place to get hyped before the game? Courtside Grill at the Westin Memphis Beale Street is the place. Try our specialty appetizers like alley-oop nachos layered with cheese, tomatoes, and jalapenos. The technical foul appetizer will mean you are in big trouble as you savor 6 big bites of wings. Fallon out tenders dipped in buttermilk served with fries will be worth it. And try our unlimited soup and salad for just $15. Snack on some chips and queso while you're waiting for that courtside burger. It's 7 ounces cooked to order, served with fries. Dribble into flavor with our full court press cocktails, the ultimate shot for your taste buds. The fan favorite is the Slam Dunk drink, which will really get you hyped up. If you're hanging with your friends, a bucket of beer will do the trick, and a must-try is that courtside lemonade that is a divine cocktail for the ladies. After all the fun at courtside, jump into our heavenly bed for a restful night. Courtside Grill just across the street from the FedEx Forum. See it, the only destination before and after the game. It's all fun at Courtside Grill. Grizzlies fall tonight 114-100 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Up next for the Grizz, It's a pretty big week, man. We're at Madison Square Garden on Tuesday night. Listen, we talked about the jaw slump. You know what's a good place to get a star out of a slump is a game in Madison Square Garden.
Damn right.
That's
I'm
usually
with you, BB.
the lights are the brightest, and he tends to thrive in those moments. So I'm looking forward to that game on Tuesday, and then the very next night, Wednesday, they're at TD Garden taking on the Boston Celtics. So it's obviously a big start to this road trip. You're playing two of the best teams in the Eastern Conference to kick off the week. And I think we all agreed, this 4-game road trip at New York, at Boston, at Cleveland, at San Antonio. You can go 2-2. I think you feel great about it coming back home, taking on the Sacramento Kings. It's going to be tough. I mean, it's as tough of a road trip as it gets.
Yeah, it's tough. But like I said, we've seen flashes of the Grizzlies kind of like taking steps right of last. I feel like about a week ago we were all about to jump off the form. And I think after Friday, of course, you beat Dallas, and even tonight for 24 minutes of that game, you felt like you're making strides. So like I said, you take the strides that you made in these last, I'm not going to try to do math. What's 48 plus 24? Do the math. Do it. What is it?
48 plus 24, that is 82
minutes of basketball. You watch that film, you ball it up, take it on the road, you get a split. I know New York tonight got a big dub over Brooklyn. Brooklyn's ass, so it really doesn't matter. But like I said, you can play that kind of basketball. MSG, bright lights, job thrives in MSG. So yeah, I see some positive. The word of the night for me is optimism, and I'm very optimistic going into this road trip.
Sorry, that was 72. My bad. Please don't ever ask me to do math on the fly. Well, I'm looking at 500 teams or things right now.
Math on the paper, bro.
Why are you asking me to do math?
Shout out to the public school education, baby.
I'm trying to host a show right now. My bad. Let's take a look around the NBA. Taking a look around the league.
You say 86? What was the number you said?
I said 82. I just carried I carried the one too many times. That was all.
Shout out B-Doy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the vibes are better, B-Doy. I think we feel good. We feel good.
That's right, Wes. Taking a look around the league tonight, we got a tight one in Philly. Pistons 102, Sixers 101. Jalen Duren, who's having a huge year for the Detroit Pistons, 19 points, 15 rebounds in that one. It's halftime in Golden State. Warriors up 48-41 over the Indiana Pacers. Jimmy Butler has 10 in that one. 4:46 left in the second quarter. The Minnesota Timberwolves up 49-43 over the Sacramento Kings. Zach LaVine leads the Kings with 12. Rudy Gobert has 10 points in that one. And then taking a look at some of the final scores tonight, Rockets over the Milwaukee Bucks, 122-115. KD, 31 points, 7 assists. Giannis, 37 points, 8 rebounds. Man, the Rockets they're rolling, dude.
Hey,
I mean, we saw them last week. Like, that team, they're going to make some noise in the Western Conference. They are here.
You saw the clip, but I think at some point, Alfred Sengun was being guarded by Giannis.
Saw it.
And he walked him down, bro. I said before the season that I thought Alfred Sengun would thrive this year, playing next to Kevin Durant and kind of being more of a kind of having the ball in his hands more since Jalen Green's in Phoenix. And bro, he is balling out tonight. 23, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. And like you said, you had Giannis guarding you, and you did your thing. So shout out Alfred Sengun, almost averaging a triple-double for that good Houston team.
Yeah, the team, the Grizzlies, will see to start this upcoming road trip in our next broadcast. The New York Knicks blasted the Brooklyn Nets.
The Nets are not a real team, bro.
134-98. Karl Towns had 28 and 12 in that one.
The Nets are not a real basketball team, bro. At this point, they need to be relegated to I don't know, bro. They are that is not. That's a joke. They're starting 5. I'll give you $20 right now if you name 2 of their starters. Do not click the box score.
Michael Porter Jr. and
name one more starter. I'll give you $20.
Cam Thomas.
No, Cam Thomas is hurt, so no, he's not a starter.
I'm sorry, I haven't been following along closely enough.
You can't name another one?
Well, they start 4 rookies, don't they?
They start 1 rookie, bro.
Hang on.
Don't click the roster, bro.
Okay, Michael Porter Jr. and.
Damn.
I know, I can't do it. You couldn't do it either before you looked.
I probably can name 1.
Who?
Nick Claxton.
Oh, yeah, I should have gotten
that. Come on, bro. Their starting 5 was Igor Denman, Terrence Mann, Nick Claxton, Noah Clowney, and Michael Porter Jr.
MPJ led the Nets with 25 points in that one. The Celtics, we'll see them on the road trip as well. They beat the Magic 111-107 tonight. Anthony Simons, 25 points in that one. Banchero had 28 and 6. The Magic are 4-6, man. So, we kind of talk about our early season struggles with the Grizzlies. Like the Magic, that's a team that's expected to contend in the Eastern Conference. Our old friend Desmond Bane, obviously there. They've struggled out of the gate to start the season, but I don't know if anybody's necessarily panicking there. So it kind of gives me a little bit of perspective as a Grizzlies fan. Like it's so early.
Yeah, it's so early.
You got plenty of time to right the ship. But obviously it's been a tough start to the season for the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, it's been tough for Dez. I think just not just the Magic, for just Dez in general. Because like even tonight, you look at his numbers. Dez banged 35 minutes on the court, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Like, what are we doing? He did not take a 3-point shot. Like, what? That's not the like.
I know.
It's kind of weird, right? And I saw this weekend there was a clip floating around about how he's kind of getting used to the defensive rotations with the Magic. He said when he was in Memphis, Taylor Jenkins and Tumas had a certain system they played on defense. And I mean that strong ass dab that you gave when you got to Orlando, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Des Bane though, man. I ran into some of his family members last weekend, so his family members are still here.
Oh, they are?
I want Des to get back on track, man. I'm rooting for Des Bane.
He's gonna figure it out. They got plenty of time.
Yeah. He's too cold. He's too cold, man.
Yeah.
To not figure it out.
Yeah. So that's what's going on around the league again here tonight at FedEx Forum. Grizzlies fall 114-100 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's gonna do it for us tonight on the Double Post. I want to give a big thank you to Eric Hasseltine and Elliot Perry on the call tonight. Shouts to our studio engineer, West Warwick, back in the control room, taking care of everything. Shout out to Grizzlies Vice President of Broadcast and Production, John Pugliese, Director of Broadcasting, Scott Zachary, and Brad Carson, Brand Manager of 92.9 FM ESPN, the flagship radio home of your Memphis Grizzlies and their parent company, Odyssey. Technical Director tonight, Kyra Black, back in the studio. Shout out, Kyra. And our next radio broadcast, it's going to be on Tuesday. Grizzlies visiting MSG, taking on the New York Knicks. Tip-off scheduled for 6:30 p.m. John Roser, he's going to take the air for the pregame show at 6 o'clock, so be sure to join us. And our next warm-up show with Lane Whitaker and Double Post show going to be November 20th. We got a long time until we're back home. It's when the Grizzlies host the Sacramento Kings, so be sure to tune in for that on the 20th. But again, Grizzlies-Knicks coming up on Tuesday. Be here on 92.9 FM ESPN at 6 o'clock for the network pregame show, and we'll have tip-off at 6:30. For Jessica Benson and Devin Walker here tonight on the Double Post, thanks so much for watching and listening. Later, y'all.